If you're a new agent and you're starting from zero, this video is for you. Right now, you're probably doing what I did in my first 3 months, waking up not knowing if today is going to be the day something finally clicks, or if it's just going to be a quiet Tuesday where your phone stays silent and you start wondering if you've made the right decision getting your license. And that uncertainty, that's the part nobody warns you about. Most advice skips this part. It jumps straight to tactics without explaining the order in which things need to happen. A predictable pipeline doesn't come from doing more random things. It comes from doing the right things first, in the right sequence. By the end of this video, you'll understand how agents build a pipeline from nothing, step by step. Let's get into it. When people hear the word pipeline, they imagine something big and busy. Phones ringing, appointments stacked, deals always in motion. But that's not what predictable looks like at the beginning. Early on, predictable simply means this. You know where your next conversation is coming from. Not a closing, not a commission, just the next real conversation. A predictable pipeline starts when your days stop feeling random. You wake up knowing exactly what action creates movement today, and you finish the day knowing you didn't rely on luck. At this stage, progress shows up in small ways. A conversation that leads to another, a name you follow up with again, a person who remembers you. That's how it begins. Most new agents feel stuck because they're measuring the wrong thing. They look for closings to prove they're moving forward, but what matters first is consistency of contact. Once that becomes normal, everything else builds on top of it. That's what predictable really means at the start. Let's talk about why most new agents stay scattered. In the beginning, everything feels important. Calls feel important, social media feels important, open houses feel important, learning scripts feels important, watching videos feels important. So the day gets split into pieces. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, but nothing long enough to take root. And by the end of the day, you're tired, but it's hard to explain what actually moved you forward. This is where most new agents lose momentum because their attention keeps jumping from one shiny thing to another. And that's how you never stay with one action long enough to see what it produces. Every week feels like a fresh start instead of a continuation. That's why things feel messy early on. You're doing things, but nothing feels connected. A predictable pipeline can't grow that environment. It needs repetition. It needs the same action showing up again and again. So what's the first thing that actually creates a pipeline? It's not ads. It's not fancy online tools. It's conversations. When you're new, that's the only thing that matters at first. Talking to people, letting them know what you do, and getting comfortable having real conversations. A lot of new agents wait for the right time to start conversations. They tell themselves, after more training, after I get more confident, after I learn the scripts. But readiness doesn't come from waiting. Readiness comes from doing. The agents who build momentum early don't try to talk to everyone. They pick up a small group and stay close to it. People they already know, people they've met recently, people who would answer the phone if they called. And those conversations don't have to be perfect. They just need to be real. That's enough to start, because this is how a pipeline begins, not with closings yet, but with presence. Once people know what you do and hear it more than once, seeds get planted. Those seeds don't grow overnight, but they do grow. Now let's talk about consistency, because this is where everything starts to shift. In the beginning, most new agents work in short bursts, a busy week, then a quiet week, then another push when it feels slow. That pattern feels normal, but it makes progress hard to see. What actually grows a pipeline is doing a few small things again and again. When the same actions repeat, people start to recognize you. Your name becomes familiar, and familiarity is the beginning of trust. This is why speed doesn't matter much early on. You're not racing anyone. You're not building recognition. Think about it like watering a plant. Pouring a full bucket once doesn't help if you ignore it the rest of the month. A little water, given often, works better. For a new agent, consistency can be simple. It can look like checking in with a few people each day, following up with someone you spoke to last week, showing up to the same open house or the same area regularly. When this becomes part of your normal week, business starts to feel lighter because you're not guessing where to start each morning. You already know. This is when a pipeline starts to feel predictable. And once conversations stay steady, opportunities have room to show up. Now, let me give you a simple marketing system you can use as a new agent. Something practical, something repeatable, and something that actually builds a pipeline from zero. Here's the goal. You want one daily action that creates conversation and one weekly action that creates visibility. That's it. Simple. For daily action, pick one primary conversation lane and commit to it for 30 days. It could be calling people you already know. It can be inviting people to an open house. It can be meeting one local business owner each week and introducing yourself. It can be door knocking a small area consistently. It can be following up with every person you meet and actually staying in touch. But you don't pick 5. You pick 1, because the win early on isn't variety, it's repetition. Your daily target is simple. Have a set number of real conversations each day. Not social media scrolling, not rearranging your CRM, not rewriting your bio for the 10th time. Real conversations. And if you want a number to aim at, start with something achievable, like 3 to 5 real conversations a day. Sometimes it'll be more. Some days it'll be less. But the point is you have a target and you hit it often enough that it becomes normal. Now, your weekly action is visibility. This can be as simple as hosting an open house every weekend, or posting one helpful real estate video each week, or writing one short market update post and sending it to your small list. The goal isn't to go viral. The goal is to be seen consistently, because pipelines grow when conversations and visibility happen together. Conversations build relationships. Visibility builds familiarity. And familiarity makes you the agent that comes to mind when real estate comes up. Now let's zoom out and bring this home. What builds a pipeline from zero is surprisingly simple. Early on, your job is to get comfortable talking to people. Let them know you're in real estate and stay in touch long enough that they remember you later. That's it. A lot of new agents think a pipeline means lots of leads showing up fast, but in reality, it starts smaller and it starts quieter. It doesn't matter where the conversations come from at first. People you already know, open houses, neighbors, local businesses, anyone you speak with. What matters is that you don't disappear after the first conversation, because when someone hears from you again, even briefly, it builds familiarity. Familiarity turns into trust. Trust turns into opportunities. That's how a pipeline grows from zero, piece by piece. So if this video helped you bring a little more order to what you're doing, that's what matters. And if at some point you want help putting this into a simple, repeatable system, step by step, that's exactly what the production program focuses on. It's a 6-week execution system where you're not guessing what to do next. You get clear weekly action, simple conversations, and lead generation framework scripts and tools you can use right away. Progress tracking so you know you're moving forward, accountability and weekly coaching calls, and a focused group of agents running the same system together. If you want to join, the first link in the description has the details. And if this video helped you, subscribe to the channel. More videos like this are coming. I'll see you in the next one.